What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Aviators. New windows today. The Luscombe had this pilot side window that had been stop drilled like 10 different times, and it's all cracking up. So today I took it apart and went to Univer and had a piece of plexiglass cut that's PMA'd for the Luscombe 8A, and I'll show you the frame. Here it is in all its glory. Just a simple piece of plexiglass. I don't know if it's Lexan or not, but it's basically just glass. So there's the old frame. You can see it was painted blue. I'm going to paint that the new color here in a little while. And here are all of the pieces and parts to the frame. And I'll bring you along with me. Let me show you how I cut the new piece for it. So here is the old window, and you can see it's broken down there, broken in the corners, cracked again right there. You can see that. It's got a hole here. It's kind of got this cool little gadget here that pops into that hole, and you can spin it around and suck air in and out of the airplane. So that's what that is. And then beneath it is the new piece, and I left the paper on it, and I'll do that until right before I install it. Anyways, what I did was I just laid this over the new piece and used it as a template to drill it out. Now you got to drill this stuff really slow or it'll crack on you. I drilled a bunch of holes around here. Instead of doing a center punch, I drilled a bunch of holes around here and then just used a Dremel to get that circle right. All right, so here is the frame where it goes, and all I'm going to do is take my piece of plexiglass, affix it back to the frame here. But first, I'm going to paint it. I'm going to go real quick over that, and yeah, it's going to look cool. So what I did here is just throw a piece of tape on here just to keep this frame in place. And this isn't going to be the final fit of this. I'm going to do it probably 5 times because that's how I roll. And so the first piece we need is the glass itself. And so the way this is going to work is I'm going to get one screw in here just to hold this in place. And I'm just using a temporary screw here to do this. That's how it kind of goes in there. See, our fit is good. Our holes seem pretty well aligned, and I'm pretty happy with that. Now, you don't want to ever put any kind of stress on this glass. So right here I have a hole that's not 100% aligned. So I'll come back with a drill and really deep relief that so that we don't put any stress on the new glass. That's what causes those hairline cracks. And so I won't bore you with the entire process. When I get the drill out, I'll show you how I'm doing that. Okay, so here's kind of the initial fit. You can see it fits almost perfect just because I was able to use that other one as a template. So I'm real quick going to get the rest of the screws put in here. And then we'll install the little wind gate here and be done with this little project. Of course, I'm going to have to take it apart again and paint it, but I wanted to make sure everything fits perfectly before I did the painting, so I'll do that in a minute. Okay, so here's the initial fit of the window. Looks pretty good. Next shot you'll see is The final air intake, all the rest of the screws in. Incidentally, I'm having to make custom screws out of AN screws that I just couldn't find anything that fit this, so I'm having to cut them down screw by screw, but it's a process and it's looking pretty good. All right, so here's the little air intake, and it goes right inside this little hole right here. So side down, and then it's literally just 4 little screws to hold it in. I'll get one started here. And so right now I'm just loose fitting this, make sure everything's working. All right, so the way this works is if you push it forward like that as you're going through the air, it sucks air into the, forces air into the cockpit. This kind of shuts it down. Kind of a neat little thing. I had one very similar on my Maul. All right, a few minor screws and I think we'll be done with this. Okay, well I skipped the painting and the UV treatment, but I did do an extra treatment on this since it is just plexiglass, but you can see it turned out really well. Here is the old one as a comparison. Well, I can't see that too well, but I'm happy with how it turned out. Just mark another one off the list. All right, well that is that. The other window's in really good shape, so I'm not even worried about it. Not worried about the glare shield. It's in, or the front windscreen. It's in great shape. So glad to be done with it. It only took about 2 hours or so from kind of start to finish, but it took them a while to cut it today for me. But turned out good. All right, you like this sort of thing? Like, subscribe, comment. Till next time.